Welcome to Analytics with Nags. In this video, we're going to see about what is direct query mode in SSAS Tabular model. We have seen what is a processing deployment and how you schedule, refresh or regularly process your SSAS Tabular model when your source data get updated. All other stuffs we have seen in our previous videos. Now in this video, I'm introducing a new term called direct query mode. What it is. So it has its own advantages, like direct query mode is like you no need to load your data into SSAS tabular model. That is, data won't be stored in memory. All your data resides in source. Then what are the disadvantages and challenges in this? Let us try to see in this video. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button right now to learn the concepts in SSAS. So what I'm trying to say here is the processing option is nothing but reading data from data warehouse and loading it here. But when you have a direct query, there is no concept of processing. So no need to create the packages or any job that will read the data from data warehouse and load it here. So I have created a video, the previous video, which says like loading data from data warehouse and reading data from data warehouse and loading into SSAS. This is typically a processing task. For that you need to create a SSIS, then you need to schedule a job that should execute that SSIS package that does the job. So in direct query, you can skip those steps. You no need to create SSIS or job. When you have a direct query, your data warehouse always should be active and your SSIS always should read from the data warehouse whenever there is a request. Assuming this scenario, when Power BI is connected to SSAS and SSAS is in direct query mode, what is typically will happen is like this will read request. Power BI will query DAX queries to SSAS and SSAS will fire SQL because your data lies in data warehouse. So there are two-step process involved. So these are the things you need to be considered how big the data is. So when you will go for direct query, when you have a huge amount of data that will not fit into SSAS, at that time you can go for direct query. So, but in case if you are not using direct query, how this scenario will work? Even this data warehouse is offline, there is no connectivity, this SSAS still works. Power BI will ask DAX to SSAS and DAX will return immediately. So this is what advantage of using without direct query, that is deploying entirely in SSAS. So everything has its own disadvantages and disadvantages, and let us try to see how it will work. When you have imported or processed or direct query. Okay, let us see from data what are the advantages that I already covered up. Let us try to go through it quickly. So data is up to date because data is not process. You cannot have you have a delay when you have a processing your cube. Say for example 2 p.m. your data is getting updated in data warehouse and your processing jobs run every 1 hour, so it will continue at 3 o'clock only. So you need to wait for 1 more hour to get this data updated when you have a process data. In case of direct query, you have to connect directly. You are connecting to data warehouse directly. So as soon as it get updated, whenever you see the report, you get the latest data. So two reasons you basically go for direct query. If your data is too huge and you do not want to wait until the process completes, the scheduled refresh happens. So these are two main reasons you will go for it. So other benefits is there is no extra management. Management is not big deal. Like you do not maintain separate copy of data, no process processing, that is, as I said, SSI is not required. Data sets can be higher than a memory capacity of analyst service. That is what data warehouse is can be stored. So these are the things you can go through it. So there are a lot of benefits when you should go for it, and limitations are the things you need to consider. That is like when you have choose direct query, but you want to use a calculated tables, then you cannot go for it. That is what the calculated tables are not supported in direct query methods. So if your model requires some calculated tables, then you need to consider of not going for direct query. So these are some of the limitations like query limits, and you cannot have a stored procedure in your source table while you are picking up. Some of the things listed over here, you can go through it. This is from the Microsoft website. Okay, with this note, let us try to demonstrate how this direct query works with small kind of POC. Like now we have AdventureWorks data. Now you can see the sales amount over here. Let us try to connect and get this data in the without direct query mode. So when data get updated in the database, and we will try to see in the Power BI. Okay, when without direct query mode, what happens? Then while after changing it to direct query mode, then we will see how it is quickly reflecting in the reporting layer. That is what we are going to see. Now you can see here where that option exists. Basically, like go to the solution explorer, click on the model. You need to choose the model and properties. There is option called direct query mode. You can switch it on or off. This is the simple logic I want to convey, but I'm going to demonstrate this behavior now. Let us keep it off. By default it is off. Now already we have deployed it for our demo. I will deploy it once again. So what is happening? All the data has been read. Now you can see all the data is read and stored in the SSAS Tabular model. Let us try to connect this cube. I cannot copy it. Let us try to copy it from here. Okay, I'm not going to do much, just analyst service. I'm just trying to get the data. I'm connecting live. Okay, now I got the data. What I'm trying to achieve, let us see it here. Sales amount, and you can see the total. Let us try to get the entire value so that it will be clear. Now you can see 58677. Okay, now let me try to update the data in the data warehouse. What I did, I connected to Power BI. I am reading it from SSAS. This is not connected to data warehouse anymore because it is in not a direct query. So now I will update some data in data warehouse. Let us see what happens in Power BI. So let me go through it, what column it is using, and we will try to see it. So sales amount is using the fact internet sales amount. Let me increase 1000. Okay, so it should become 59677. So I have fact internet sales. Select star from. Okay, and I have some record. Irrespective of any record, just I will increase this particular record. That is, I don't have sales order number 63697. Okay, let me put where sales order number equals. Okay, this is fine. So let me increase the sales amount by 1000. Update fact internet sales, set sales amount equal to sales amount plus 1000. Okay, I will update whatever exists plus 1000 for this sales order number. That's fine. this seems to be reason. I mean, update the date, fact, and increase the sales by 1,000 for this order. Let me update it. Now, what happened? I have changed the data. That can be incremental. I mean, as I said in the previous examples, the data is available till 25th of December. 26th, there will be 100 records. Instead of inserting 100 records, I have changed the data here. Now, this will not reflect in SSAS. Meanwhile, it is not updated in Power BI as well. So, what happened? Let us try to refresh it here. There is no change. Okay, this is because this will not automatically transfer it here until you run the job. Okay, we have already created the job here in our project, like SSAS projects. So let us try to open that one and we will manually run it. Okay, instead of running it in a job. So we already created one SSIS package that will process the cube that is reading from data warehouse and populate it here. Let us try to run this one now. Execute task. So once it is completed, now the data is available in SSAS cube, so the Power BI can able to read it since we have connected Connect Live in Power BI. Now once you refresh it, there you go. You can see an increase of 1,000 amount, the sales amount here. This is what will happen if you are not using a direct query. Let us try to change this one, the connection in the SSAS to the direct query, and try to demonstrate how quickly it will reflect in Power BI. So I have changed it to on, that is direct query mode to on. As soon as you choose it, no data will appear here. See, direct query doesn't get any data, only the metadata will appearing. So you see the tabular view, you can see the difference. No data is loading because since it's a direct, but you can do the BI semantic modeling, right? I mean, the relationship, creating calculated columns, those things you can still able to do it. Now this we need to deploy it again. Okay, any changes we need to deploy it, build it and deploy it. Let us try to deploy it. So we have deployed the model. Deploy the metadata. That's it. Okay, this is fine. So now when you go and check in the, now what we will do is again we will try to increase some 100. Let us increase to make it 200 extra. Okay, so let us try to increase 200. Okay, now in this, now I didn't do anything. Okay, now I am refreshing, nothing is happening. Now when I, as soon as I update the data in database, you see here I updated here. Now I am not running the job here. Earlier what happened, after running the job only it was reflected here, then Power BI read it. Now I didn't do anything. Now you can see I updated in database. When you go to Power BI, the data is got updated here 877 without running the job. So this is what direct query will do. Like you can ignore some steps, and based on your, if your data is too huge in data warehouse and you want a live reporting, like whatever data getting updated you need it immediately, then you need to go for direct query. I hope you guys like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel and share with your friends and colleagues. Do remember that data is your asset.